Good morning, beautiful people. I'm your host, Crunchy Brown. Some of y'all might know me, and if you don't, well, you'll love to get to know me, I'll tell you that much. Welcome to SDAT 2021. We are back once again. I'm looking at these numbers here, and I've got a big smile on my face. $4,507 have been raised for Save the Children. I'm extremely proud of every one of you. All of those of you who donated so far, and even if you haven't donated, just chill in chat, vibing with us. That's more than enough. Thank you so much to everybody. Hope you've got your coffee and your snacks ready this wonderful morning. You know, it's a little gray out there for me. The grass is frosty. It's looking like a cold one, but I'm glad to be spending the next couple of hours here with you beautiful people. We've got a Bugsnax any % run coming up next by KonceptionSR. I am super excited for this run. I'll be very honest with you. Bugsnax is my sleeper hit. I guess my quarantine sleeper hit, I should say. I bought this game. I played through it because my stream made me do it, and it ended up blowing me away. It is an incredible game. Somehow the estimate for this is 19 minutes, which blows my mind. I can't wait to see this run because I have no idea how that's even possible as somebody who's played through the full game. Also, look at the incentives here. We actually have one for Bugsnax. So if anybody wants to get some donations in really quick, you get to select the journalist's color. So there's yellow, black, orange, or green. Orange is in the lead by $5 right now, so anybody could change that at any time. And speaking of donations, we have got an incredible one here. This is like the all-time big one right now from Mama CJ, saying the amazing talent behind the scenes is never truly appreciated. Many, many thanks to Quo and Dark Aries who saved the day to save the children. Our event continues because of them. MASH gave support that kept all going, and thanks to Grace, Dale, Blueberry, and Void for just going with it. And it's a $250 donation. Thank you so much, Mama CJ. Your support never goes unnoticed. You're an angel. Thank you very, very much. It's more money than we've ever raised with 2 entire days to go. That's true. That's true. So it is Sunday right now. However, we will be continuing tomorrow. So there is another day. It's the long weekend, folks. So Sunday and Monday. This is going to be incredible. I can't wait till we hit 5,000. I know we're going to hit 5,000. It's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. We have to hit at least 4,600 before the end of my shift because CJ has told me if I can't make these numbers, unfortunately, I'll be losing my job. So, you know, yesterday we went through this, folks. He was really, really hard on me. I managed to rack up quite a few funds. He gave me a promotion, but now if I want to keep this promotion, you know, we got to keep it going, keep that train going. And once we hit $4,600, we're gonna get CJ in here to blow the train whistle a few times. We did hit the crowd control milestone, which I'm very curious to see how that's going to work out. I'm definitely going to be partaking in that. We're $13 away from the next milestone. Are we really? Just $13? Hold on. We are. $4,520 will be the SpeedDocs charity game show. 6 episodes of that. $13, you guys can make it happen. That's peanuts. We got this, folks. Get those donos in. All right, folks, we're just getting set up here for Bugsnax, the 80% run. It shouldn't be too much longer. In the meantime, I will be mentioning that we are here once again raising money for Save the Children. They have raised money and helped the lives, will help change the lives of over $1 billion children around the world, which is incredible, really. But I believe that with the power of SDAT, we can bump those numbers up. We can save the lives of over 2 billion children? Maybe not today, but over the course of the next couple of years, because you guys know SDAT ain't stopping anytime soon. So you know it's a worthwhile investment. Every dollar you donate goes towards the children. And it also helps unlock more content for the stream. So we're going to keep this going today and tomorrow. We've got a lot of runs coming up here. We've got Bugsnax, followed by Quidditch World Cup, which is going to be interesting. I really want to see how that plays. And then, kind of a sleeper hit for me here, Pokemon Puzzle League on Game Boy Color. I really, really want to see this run. Looks like the choo-choos have already started in chat here, which is going to be beautiful. And we will hear the choo-choos on stream. All we got to do is hit $4,600. All right, guys, we're about to get started here. But first, some words from our sponsors. We got to cut to some ads, but then we'll be back with Bugsnax 80% run by KonceptionSR.
వారిలో ఎలా అనిపిస్తుంది కదా చాలా చదువుతాను
చాలా అంటే
చెప్పలేను సార్
మందు తాగాడు. నేను పని కంటే రాను, నేను చదువులోనే ఉంటాను అని చెప్పాడు. పనికి రానని.
అలా చెప్పిన టీచర్ చెప్పిన పాఠాల గురించి నాకు మధ్య మధ్యలో అవి గుర్తించుకోవడానికి మేల్కొనే ఉంటాను. చదువుకొని మంచి డాక్టర్ అవ్వాలి. నా గురించి నేను గొప్పలు చెప్పుకోను సార్. నేను చాలా మౌనంగా ఉంటాను. ఏదైనా చెప్పమన్నప్పుడు బాగా దిట్టగా ఉంటాను సార్. మా టీచర్ దగ్గర గ్రేట్ అని అనిపించుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నాను.
All right, beautiful people. This is day 5 of SDAT 2021, and we're going to be kicking it off with Bugsnax, any percent by KonceptionSR. Take it away, runner.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is KonceptionSR. We're going to be doing some Bugsnax, but not before I introduce my excellent commentator.
I am Ness underscore.
The underscore is silent or pronounced.
Yeah, you can say, you can choose not to. It doesn't really matter. I, in 10 air quotations, run this game. And if by run this game, I mean learning the game and then not doing any runs, but I know a lot about the game anyways. I have every world record, so yeah.
Yeah, in a way that's true, absolutely. But we're going to be doing the any percent category. But before we get started, we did have a bid war open for the journalist color. So if I could get a last update on that.
Yeah, just refreshing now. And orange is the winner of that.
Orange is a popular one. Okay, so orange it is. So what's going to happen is I'm going to actually start the new save game. I'm sorry for my dog in the background there. I'm going to start it open and I'm going to count you in because the run starts as it loads in, as opposed to hitting new game. Okay, so I'm going to start and I'll give you a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, Bugsnax. I mean, what can we say? They're bugs, they're snacks. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes, go for it.
Yeah.
Alright, good question. So, funny enough, the run starts with what I think is the hardest jump in the game, which is here, but we got it. Excellent. Getting up on that rock. We're going to walk on an invisible barrier. You can believe me by I'll look at the ground there. Hop on some treetops, which skips a cutscene that lasts about 2.5 minutes. Awesome, that's Philbo. We're not going to talk to Philbo here, instead we're going to jump on this rock. We're going to hop over here, do some parkour. This is a parkour game after all, if you weren't familiar, and voila. Skip the entire intro.
Yeah, that last part of the intro skip is pretty hard because you can't really walk on top of those rocks very easily. So you kind of just angle yourself and then fall over the bushes. It's very awkward if you don't really know how to do it.
Yeah, it's one of those tricks that's very awkward to learn and feels it feels pretty precise, but once you got it, and you can just get it most times.
There's a pen set
just
up nearby.
like anything in life, just takes a little bit of
gather up some ketchup and use it to lead the boat.
We're gonna
over
attempt
yonder.
to do what's called quick frieder here. It's a very tough trick, so I'm gonna focus on it for a second here. Get some ketchup. Might be a little too far back, we'll see. Alright. Throw that there. I'm going to attempt to catch a Bugsnax to the ground here. Come on. Nope, not going to work out. That's fine. Can't waste too much time on trying to do that trick. If I do, I'm going to miss some key cycles. Very important cycles. That would waste a lot more time if I didn't hit the trick to begin with. Oh, of course not. But basically, we're catching a bunch of Bugsnax here. Oops, Bunger shoved me into the tree there. What we were attempting to do was capture that frieder through the ground above it. Saves about 5 seconds if you're able to get it right. But if not, then we just do it the old-fashioned way by throwing some ketchup on the ground, luring the frieder, and catching it in the trap. Alright, great.
Yeah.
We got a all of the Bugsnax that we're going to catch in the run have been caught now.
I'm so, well, let's start.
Yeah, this part of the game tries to introduce just all the Bugsnax just being on cycles, just like fooling around, doing whatever. You can kind of just, you know, catch them.
All right, they're too wily for your trap. But if
you've ever
you
heard
get
the
them all
Bugsnax song.
woozy
But
and
yeah,
vulnerable, you can scoop them right up.
in any
with this
percent,
net.
you don't really have to catch that many Bugsnax, just because there's a bunch of skips that you're able to do pretty early on.
You know.
Yeah, with all the skips that we do in the game, we skip about, I would say we skip about like 95% of the game. Maybe like 92% of the game. Weirdly enough, this area, which is called Garden Grove, no matter what category you run, be it any percent, 100%, no major skips, whatever the case may be, you cannot finish this area early. You can get out of bounds, but even if you do so, the loading zone won't trigger until you complete the required quest. It's the only area in the game that does this. We're not really sure what the deal with that is. But here we basically just have a tutorial that we just have to mash through a little bit.
I just want to say I hate Beffica.
Yeah, that tends to be the consensus. Beffica is not popular.
I turned her into a giant hot dog in my run. I could not stand her.
Now, see, weirdly enough, if we were playing no major skips or 100%, you figure out that Beffica's favorite Bugsnax is a hot dog, so that might have been a blessing, depending on what she liked. You know, if she wanted to be a hot dog or if she just wanted to eat a hot dog. But alright, so
at least like 9 hot dogs. So
yeah, I think yeah, that's probably, well, you could eat 1 hot dog, and you have to feed her 14 snacks to do it. It could be 14 hot dogs, or it could be anything, and then you just turn them into hot dogs towards the end of the game.
Really?
When you have that ability.
Well,
but basically, we're in the hub zone now. We are a journalist, as the bid war indicated, so that's why we're doing an interview here with Philbo. It's unskippable. But don't worry, we're soon to be doing a bunch of skips. Starting now.
Starting now, Pog.
There we go, first try. Basically, we're skipping into one of the areas that's not unlocked until probably like 40% into the game early, just by using geometry, or trying to use geometry. There we go. You hop on to things to give us just enough lift, and now we get into what's called Sugar Pine Woods early. Now, Sugar Pine Woods also has an area past it, which is actually like the last unlocked area in the game, called Frosted Peak. And luckily enough for us, we can get into Frosted Peak early as well by doing what's called Avalanche Skip. You get up here. Here we go. And then just fall down. Now, the game is really confused now, because we're not supposed to be in Frosted Peak without our tools, so therefore the game gives us all the tools. The game doesn't really know how we would be here without them, so it figures, oh, you must have got here normally, here's all the tools that you were supposed to have. Which is good, because we need some tools to do this next skip here.
Yeah, so that skip is pretty useful in like Bugsnax Bingo, just because it's one of the easiest ways to get all the tools, so you can just start.
Yep, and using our tools, so we used what's called the lunch pad to hop onto a ledge on the door, and then we used the tripwire, not as a tripwire itself, but more as a buffer. So we set it up at a very particular angle so that when we jump at it, it shoves us through the door, basically, and then we clip through the door. And now we're in the we're basically in the in-game sequence already. This is the Undersnacks, and then we'll be heading into what we call the Gauntlet. But because this is one of the only chances in this very short run that we would have an opportunity to, if we have any donations to kick us off on day 6 or any other plugs, now would be pretty much the only time for it, I would say.
If Lizbert is really down here, we better
no
find her
new
fast.
donations at the moment, but I didn't think you gave people time, bro. 6 minutes in, you're already killing it. This is amazing.
Yeah, things move really, really fast. But weirdly enough, from this point, again, no matter what category you're playing, the game is the same. We have to do the Gauntlet. We have to do all the in-game stuff here, basically. This game did receive, if you're all familiar with with it. It had one of the those IGN devs reacts to speedruns videos happen to it not too long after it came out. And during that video, the devs did give us a big hint that there is a skip in this Undersnack section that we have yet to discover, and we still haven't discovered that. And that video was back in, I think, December or January, so it's been a while. What we have discovered so far is that if we can get out of bounds at any point, this whole area is entirely surrounded by a load zone. So we just have to figure out a way to get out of bounds. It's really difficult, though, because we cannot run in this section. We have no tools. So there's not a lot of opportunities for us to get out of bounds. But, you know, if there's any, you know, glitch hunters out there who want to take this on as a challenge, this would save us about 2 minutes, probably, depending on when the out-of-bounds sequence would be. So, we definitely encourage it.
What? Hey, don't we both?
Yeah, I sat in 3 hours one day, certain laps there's a couple places like in this room where you can use against stuff, but I don't know if you move fast enough to flip out. But, yeah, if you want to start there.
One fun fact there as well, so we meet a character named Egabel there who we were meant to have already talked to, obviously. We skipped a lot of the game. If we mash the action button or the talk button while she's throwing us out of the cave there, the game attempts to talk to her as well. Oh no, that's fun. Well, no, that's fun. Okay. The game attempts to talk to her as well, and for some reason it triggers the loading zone like 3 seconds early, for whatever reason. So it's a nice little fun speed tech there. I was attempting to hop on a fence post there to parkour across the treetops. It saves about a second, maybe 2, as opposed to falling down there and just taking the bridge. But the rumble got me.
Great.
And we are now in the Gauntlet.
They're holding.
Yeah, so the Gauntlet is pretty straightforward. It's almost like a Mega Man boss rush. You have to use all the tools. You have to be pretty proficient with all the tools to
Good luck.
slap Bugsnax and stuff, and you know, hit them with spike balls and whatever. I don't know if I'm allowed to spoil this part of the game, because you should just play it. But yeah, it's pretty difficult, especially like the first time doing it. Because the first time I did it, I definitely had a bit of a hard time.
Yeah, it's definitely can be difficult, and especially with some of the speed strats that we use here, they're not intuitive at all. It's difficult a little bit the first time casually, and then we have some speed strats to make these as optimized as possible. That would probably be different than what you would do casually, because they're not really instinctive. For example, the first one is here, so instead of letting the bugs come at us straight on, we're going to hop on the side so we can just knock them out one punch, like that. And we can do that for these strands of 4 as well, same deal. We are going to trigger a little loading zone because these are going to pop up, and then as they're popping up, we're going to punch it early, which opens this door early, and we're going to hit them. We're going to hit them from behind as opposed to in front, because when we hit those are praying picantuses, which break into other Bugsnax you probably just saw once they explode. But if you hit them just so, you can actually make it so that that would shell that influty, that they can swallow them whole if you hit them just right, or at least they will swallow a good amount of the pieces, as opposed to you having to hit the pieces individually. So it's a lot faster that way.
Yeah, if you can just like combine the stuff, for the most part, it's just faster. I always like to bring this up as well because I think it's pretty interesting. So this game does have like a good and bad ending technically, and I think it's pretty interesting that this is one of the few examples that I can think of, at least, where the good ending is significantly faster than the bad ending. Usually bad ending implies that you skipped something or did something wrong, so that things move faster and therefore it's a faster speedrun. But the bad ending would have a lot of our friends here succumbing to Bugsnax, which would involve me having to have fed them a number of Bugsnax before for that to even happen, and then with all these challenges, just letting the Bugsnax attack them. So yeah, that would take a lot more time than just me doing the challenges successfully. Yeah, and you can't possibly get the bad ending if you complete a character's entire side quest line.
Yep, that's right.
The game just doesn't want you to make them die.
Yeah, the game is like, you invested enough time into completing this character's story. We're not gonna then let them fall, especially because a couple or at least one of them involves like fully transforming them before. So that like if they got hit with one single Bugsnax, they would be in trouble. I'm gonna focus on this part if we want to explain.
In shambles. There was so many characters that like I wasn't expecting. I guess the game just takes like a big turn in terms of how serious it gets. It goes from being like a child game to becoming like super sad at some points, and it definitely shattered my soul.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. This is one of those games that seems one way on the surface and then subverts your expectations. I'll just leave it at that, because I want people to play it. I don't want to spoil you, but yeah, play this game.
Please, it's really good. It's surprising.
It's like top 10 games for me.
Yeah, it's super good. Alright, and perfect. Weirdly enough, usually I need a lot of focus on that section, because that is barrels, and that's the hardest of the Gauntlet challenges there, to do quickly. It's not terribly hard to do casually, because you can just individually lock on Bugsnax there and shoot barrels. But if you notice, we were very precise with both our timing and our placement of the barrel, so that we would destroy all of the Bugsnax in the wave at once, as opposed to targeting them individually, with the exception of the last wave, which has too many Bugsnax to destroy at once. So we do it in 2 barrels instead of 1. But yeah, basically when that happens, that's a perfect barrel.
Yeah, something that I didn't bring up earlier that I feel is super worth bringing up. Conception is playing on the PS5 version, and for the most part, everything is the same, except for on the PC version, I think there's a down where you can fast travel, which isn't useful for this category, but for categories like 100% or no major skips, it's a bit more useful. And there's also, you can rebind your keys. I don't know if you can do that in the PS5 version, but a lot of the runners rebind like text advance and like all that stuff to scroll wheel, so they can just advance the text super fast, like spamming the scroll wheel. So mashing is a lot easier on PC.
Yeah, it's a lot easier and it's a lot faster because you can just do it as quickly as possible, where I am limited to the speed of my thumb, basically. But yeah, those are the main differences. In terms of like all of the major tricks and stuff like you use for 80%, it's actually exactly the same, which is what I really like that, because it means that you could run on PC and PS4 or PS5 pretty viably, and not have to particularly worry about the differences. The PC also does have a load remover, of course, so PC times are measured in loadless time. That's another difference. But for reference, the world record on PC is like a mid 14, and the world record on PS5, which obviously has loads included, is a mid 16. So they're not much different.
I like how you just said world record on PS5, and I think you have it, right?
I do have it.
And you didn't even bring that part up.
Well, I'm a little humble guy, what do you want me to say? I like this game. I do have world record in all 3 major categories on console. No, not on PC, but...
How to get on board now?
Do you run it on PC at all?
I do not, but I'm actually kind of considering doing it. See if I could get the full suite, but... yeah, for now, I'm having fun with it on PS5, especially if, I got the PS5 at launch. When the PS5 launched, this was a game that was free on PlayStation Plus. So obviously, new system, you're looking for games to play. I'd heard about this game, and I was like, I'll try it. It's free. Might as well give it a shot. But it just fully captured me. Like, it's the game I play the most now by far. So it's really interesting. A lot of great, wonderful representation too of the LGBTQIA2+ spectrum there. A lot of great representation that you do not see in games a lot. So I also suggest it for that reason.
Absolutely, yeah. The messages that the game conveys are really great.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, buddy.
Believe it or not, we're almost done.
Yeah, so this beach cutscene, not even cutscene, just walk past, you can talk to everyone. is like the last part of movement, and then there's just gonna be this like text cutscene where you just talk to your boss, because you are a journalist, believe it or not.
Don't worry, you're fine.
Yeah, I would have seen her in that cutscene at the beginning. Time is coming up. And time.
GG.
Thank you, thank you.
What was that, like a low 17 or a high 16?
Yeah, I don't have a splits up, so I'm not sure what the time was, but
It's looking like 16:44.
oof. Yeah, world record is 16:25. So
Yeah, that was really good.
yeah, that went pretty well. No complaints, and I didn't even get the Friday skip, so that's pretty good, especially.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Friday skip is a pretty reset hold point.
Yeah. If you start grinding for a world record, it's going to be a reset point. Garden Grove kind of is in general. It's just a lot of RNG in there. But yeah, thank you so much for having me for Bugsnax at any percent. I am going to be on SDAT again tomorrow, both as a host and as a runner. I'll be running Pokemon Sword Tower of Two Fists tomorrow, and I believe Ness_ will be joining me again for that. We bond over Bugsnax and we bond over Pokemon. So, yeah. Other than that, if you want to run this game, speedrun.com/Bugsnax. We have resources there, links there. We have a subreddit r/Bugsnax speedrunning. Join our Discord, ask questions. We're super friendly. Love getting new runners. I actually developed a bingo card sheet for this not too long ago. So if you like bingo runs as well, you could do some bingo. It's a good time. And yeah, anything you want, thank you, Ness_ for the amazing commentary as well. Anything you want to plug?
Follow twitch.tv/KonceptionSR/subscribe.
Yeah, and follow twitch.tv/Ness_ as well. You don't spell out the underscore for that one. Just Ness and the actual underscore. But yeah, I won't hold you all up too much.